It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the do-it-all back, Austin Eckler. There's a lot to like from his showing last week. Well over 100 yards and a pair of scores. It's the Chargers and the Packers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
The Chargers just continue to improve and take steps forward under the quiet leadership of Herbert, who's been the most productive quarterback in league history through his first 3 seasons. Over 4,700 yards last year. He's expecting to crack the 5,000-yard mark in this season.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Following the interception, Love. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd down, Love. This one swung out here to Jones. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On now is the Packers punter. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. And now he appears to be in some pain. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. You look at this Packers defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love now to pass on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. They'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9. Love now. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Herbert on 3rd down now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go again to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also
yeah.
Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB, and guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Landry. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Herbert now. Well, he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Packers at 5-4 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Glove. He's got his target. That's complete. It's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, 53 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He juked him. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. There he goes, right side. He's to the 15, and he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 7-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Running on first down, Eckler. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Kelly is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass.
Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Love, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Love. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. To throw now. Here's Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Second and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. On the screen, this is Ekeler. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on third and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Love. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Love with it here, third and short yardage. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing, Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that's taken in, it's B.C. Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. To the air again, Love. And his throw is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chargers.
Eckler now between the tackles. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First down, going to the air with Love. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey,
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now the toss to Jones, running right. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. On now is the Packers punter, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Landry now on the return. Oh, what a move. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Herbert now. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. Looking to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now, play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packers offense set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Clifford will throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. On the delay, Jones. We'll get this up to about the 44. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 45 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Open man left side, it's the tight end DeGuara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Clifford. And this is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Clifford to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now at Lambeau. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the deficit will hold pat at 13.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Now a give running left is Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On first down, Justin Herbert throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Herbert has it knocked free. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And he missed it. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 13. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. A beautiful fake. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Dillon now on first and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Second down and 8. And Clifford to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the gun, it's Clifford. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
52-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On second down, here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Herbert operating from the red zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team.
Touchdown, Chargers! Quentin Johnston, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Clifford. They go screen with Dillon. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Clifford. He'll find DeGuara complete. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Clifford working from the gun. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Clifford right back to the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Here now, 2nd and 4. Clifford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The 1st down throw from Clifford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw is Clifford. Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline, you know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Clifford, they're going for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Clifford will throw it here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Clifford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Chargers, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to